crash course on who is Vladimir Putin, how Putin's invasion is changing our world forever. Here is a summary of what you need to know about Putin and his invasion. Vladimir Putin is the president of Russia and a former intelligence officer who has been in power since 1999, either as president or prime minister to the power of 4. Putin is accused by the International Criminal Court, ICC, of committing war crimes in Ukraine by overseeing the unlawful abduction and deportation of children from Ukraine to Russia to the power of 5. The ICC issued an arrest warrant for him on March 17, 2023 to the power of 5. Putin's presidential commissioner for children's rights, Lvova-Belova, is also alleged to have committed similar crimes by the ICC to the power of 5. She is a mother of 23 children who was appointed by Putin a few months before his invasion of Ukraine. Putin denies the accusations and does not recognize the jurisdiction of the ICC to the power of 5. He claims that he has taken in children who were forced to flee the fighting in Ukraine to the power of 5. Putin launched a military invasion of Ukraine in February 2023, after years of supporting separatist rebels in eastern Ukraine. He aims to annex parts of Ukraine that he considers historically and culturally Russian to the power of 4. Putin's invasion has sparked international condemnation and sanctions from Western countries, as well as resistance from Ukrainian forces and civilians. The war has killed thousands of people and displaced millions more to the power of 4 to the power of 5. Putin's invasion has also changed the geopolitical landscape of Europe and beyond. It has challenged NATO's credibility and unity, increased tensions with China and Iran, disrupted energy supplies and trade routes, and raised fears of a new Cold War or even a nuclear conflict to the power of 4 to the power of 5. Some interesting stories or examples that illustrate these points are: a UN-backed inquiry cited Russian attacks against civilians in Ukraine, including systematic torture and killing in occupied regions, among potential issues that amount to war crimes and possibly crimes against humanity to the power of 5. A Ukrainian woman named Olena told NBC News how she was separated from her 2 sons by Russian soldiers who took them away on a bus. She said she had no idea where they were or if they were alive squared. A former KGB agent named Yuri Shvets revealed how he recruited Putin as an informant when he was a young law student in Leningrad. He said Putin was eager to join the spy agency and had ambitions to rise to the top to the power of 4. Here is a list and description of top 10 facts about Vladimir Putin. 1. He grew up in poverty. Putin's parents married at 17 and suffered hardships during World War II. His father was injured by a grenade and his mother nearly starved to death during the siege of Leningrad. 2. He was not a model student. Putin attended a prestigious school for bright pupils, but he was often disruptive and rebellious. 3. He has reportedly broken records in judo. Putin started practicing judo when he was 11 years old and became a black belt by the time he was 18. 4. He was a KGB officer during the Cold War. Putin joined the KGB in 1975 after graduating from law school. He served as a foreign intelligence officer for 15 years. 5. He has a love for animals and the Beatles. Putin has shown a fondness for various animals, such as dogs, horses, tigers and polar bears. He has also participated in conservation efforts for endangered species such as cranes and leopards too. Putin has also expressed his admiration for the Beatles, especially Paul McCartney, whom he met in person in 2031. 6. He lives in a palace worth more than $1 billion. Putin resides in a rural complex near the Black Sea that is estimated to be worth more than $1 billion USD. 7. He is accused of war crimes by the ICC. The International Criminal Court issued an arrest warrant for Putin on March 17, 2023 for allegedly overseeing the unlawful abduction and deportation of children from Ukraine to Russia during his invasion of Ukraine that began in February 2023. Putin denies the accusations and does not recognize the jurisdiction of the ICC⁵. 8. He is the longest-serving Russian leader since Stalin. Putin has been either president or prime minister of Russia since 1999, as prime minister from 1999 to 2000 and from 2008 to 2012, as president from 2000 to 2008 and since 2001–22. 9. He has 2 daughters who are rarely seen in public. Putin married Lyudmila Shkrebneva in 1983 and they had 2 daughters, Maria, born 1985, and Katerina, born 1986. The couple divorced in 2014 after being separated for several years. 10. He recruited by former KGB agent when he was young law student. A former KGB agent named Yuri Shvets revealed how he recruited Putin as an informant when he was studying law at Leningrad State University. Here are major impacts of Putin's invasion of Ukraine. It has caused a humanitarian disaster. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has killed thousands of people, displaced millions more, wrecked cities and infrastructure, and brought war and suffering to Europe. It has sparked international condemnation and sanctions. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has been widely denounced by Western countries and international organizations as a violation of Ukraine's sovereignty, territorial integrity and international law. It has challenged NATO's credibility and unity. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has put NATO to the test as a collective defense alliance that pledges to protect its members from external threats. It has increased tensions with China and Iran. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has complicated its relations with China and Iran, 2 major powers that have strategic partnerships with Moscow but also interests in maintaining stability in Eurasia. It has disrupted energy supplies and trade routes. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has affected global energy markets by threatening the supply of natural gas from Russia to Europe via pipelines that cross Ukrainian territory. It has raised fears of a new Cold War or even a nuclear conflict. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has marked a new low point in its relations with the West since the end of the Cold War. It has revived old rivalries, mistrusts, and animosities between Moscow, Washington, and their allies. It has changed the geopolitical landscape of Europe. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has altered the balance of power and influence in Europe by expanding its territorial control and asserting its dominance over its neighbors. In conclusion, Putin's invasion of Ukraine is a major event that has changed the world in many ways. It has caused a humanitarian disaster, sparked international condemnation and sanctions, challenged NATO's credibility and unity, increased tensions with China and Iran, disrupted energy supplies and trade routes, raised fears of a new Cold War or even a nuclear conflict, and changed the geopolitical landscape of Europe. The war is still ongoing and its outcome is uncertain. The international community faces a difficult task of finding a peaceful and lasting solution to end the violence and restore stability in the region. Start planning your next global adventure with ease and convenience with our Booking.com referral link. https://www.booking.com/index.html?aid equals 7989335 as a great choice to plan your next trip. You can find and book flights, hotels, cars, and local attractions all in one place, and their price match guarantee ensures you're getting the best deal. Thank you for kind support our AnHub Metaverse channel and please watch more interesting videos here.